Hi everyone, this is Crafty Decoria. I hope you're all doing fantastic. So today is one of those dreary rainy days, and I just figured what better than to make some spring decor to add some pop of color to my home and brighten my home up a bit. So for today's project share, I will be using Dollar Tree items to show you how I make this. However, when I'm displaying this in my home, I'm actually using for the inside of the basket this greenery ball because I already had these on hand. I purchased these at Dollarama about 3-4 years ago, and so I have them, I might as well use them. But I did want to show you if you cannot find these, or if they're a little bit too expensive, perhaps in the stores that you might be finding them in, then I wanted to show you how you can achieve this look by using Dollar Tree items with the Dollar Tree styrofoam ball as well as the floral moss. So I will be using my glue gun for this, but only to glue the moss onto the ball. For the rest of the items, I will just be placing them together. They hold really nicely, and the best thing about it is that when I decide to change my decor, I can take everything apart, stack them together, and store them away nice and compact. Being that I have a lot of seasonal decor, I love making crafts, I really need to be able to store my things away where I'm not using a ton of space. So once I have glued the moss onto the ball, I will put everything together and show you how easy, how inexpensive, and how really cute this looks displayed in your home should you decide to make this. Now I will be making 6 altogether, so once I have completed this one, I will place it with the other 5 and show you how cute it looks on my mantle. So without further ado, let me jump into this project share. I hope you enjoy. Okay, so I have finished gluing on my moss to the styrofoam ball, and it looks great. Now, with one bag of floral moss, I could cover 2 of these styrofoam balls. Now the thing is with my other greenery ball, it was wider, so when I placed it inside of the basket, it just stayed in place. It did not go to the bottom because it sat right on the lip of the basket. With this ball, it's not as wide. So if you wanted to use the other half and just make it more fuller, then you could do that, and then it would sit in the basket the same way. But because I want to stretch my moss out and I want to be able to get 2 balls out of the one bag, I just decided to leave it as it is. And all I'm gonna do is take a candle holder that I already had on hand. And this, by the way, is one from the Dollar Tree. I did purchase it in the fall, but you can take whatever you have. I mean, you could even take a styrofoam cup or a plastic cup. As long as it's the right height, it'll work fine. And then I'm just going to place it in the center of my basket and then place the ball on top of that. This way, it's not going to go anywhere. I can stretch my moss a little further and it still looks great. Okay, so I just took my ball out of the basket, but because before I place it in, what I need to do is remove the handle from the basket. And I'm just gonna keep it aside in case next year I decide for spring I wanna do something different and I just wanna use it as a basket. I could just clip the handle back on and use it for whatever else I want to use it for. But for now, for this project share, I'm just going to remove the handles. And they just snap off very easy. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to start putting everything together. So I'm going to place my candle holder in the center and place the moss ball on top. And what I like about having it in the basket like this is that if it does shed, at least it's going to fall in the basket instead of falling on my surface or on the ground. So that's great. Now also, where the handles were, I want to just cover up the holes, and I will be covering one of them up with the bunny tail. So I'm just gonna unclip it from the package, and then I'm just gonna cut the tag off. And then just clip it right over top of that hole. Just like that. Next, I'm going to take my headband and just remove the tag. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it around. I really like the yellow, but I'm going to turn it around because it has to look like the back of the bunny. And then I'm just going to slide it in front of the moss ball. Just like that. Now for me and how I will be displaying this in my home, I'm really concentrating only on the back of the bunny because that's what I wanted. I want you to be able to see the little cottontail and the ears. But if you did want to finish off the front of the bunny, in case you decide you want to turn it around or you have it in an area where the front could be seen, I think it'd be a really cute idea. The Dollar Tree sells different size googly eyes. You could just place 2 in here, and then where that other hole where the handle was in, placed in, you could always just get a pom-pom and then cover that, and I think it would look really, really cute. But for me, as I said, I'm only focusing on the back of the bunny. So all I have left to do, I purchased these chalkboard wood stakes at the Dollar Tree. They are by Craft Decor, and you do get 6 pieces in a pack, which works out perfect for me and this project share. Now I am going to place 1 wood stake in each bunny, just on the green area, and I want the stakes to spell out the word spring. So I'm just going to take a stencil that I already have. Now I've purchased these at Dollar Tree, Dollarama, and I'm just going to stencil in my letters, 1 letter per stake, and then I will place them in my bunny, and I will add this one to the other 5 on my mantle and show you how cute they look displayed on my mantle in my home. Alright everyone, so here are my Dollar Tree bunnies in a basket, and I absolutely love how these have turned out. So here is the styrofoam moss bunny that I made, and I will be taking the time to make 5 more of them because I absolutely love the look of the moss. It really looks so velvety, and if it were white it would almost seem like the fur of a bunny. But yes, I really love the moss, as well with the wooden stakes here that I use to spell out spring. They stay so much nicer in the styrofoam because when you stick it in there it stays in place. Whereas with these ones here, because the greenery is on a mesh ball, there are holes. And so when I was sticking the wooden stake through, a lot of times it was falling right through, so I really had to take the time to find a good spot. But with the styrofoam, you know, you put it in place and it doesn't move. So yeah, I will be making more of the moss bunnies. Let me know in the comments below which one you prefer, but for me, I really love the moss look. So that's all 6 of them there on top of my mantle. Just to show you as well, this was another DIY that I did. Now I was planning on switching this out for spring, but I will be doing that. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. And all I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna take 3 more cones and then cover them in moss. As well, I'll just be removing the snow inside of here, the faux snow, and then placing some greenery or again some more moss. And then over to the left is another DIY that I did, and this one here, honestly, I use it so much, whether it's for using it for cookies and cupcakes and or just using it for decor like this. I just absolutely love it. And again, these trays are the Dollar Tree trays. I will post the link in the description box below to this DIY, the one that I showed you on the right, and then the garland in the center that I have on my mantle if you're interested to see how I made them. But yeah, these trays are being held on with magnets. So I can change, and I have changed. I have these 3 metal tins that sit in a metal tray. And so a lot of times, and I did do that for the fall, I placed them on the candle holders and then displayed pumpkins and candy and that. But again, if you watch the video of this DIY, you'll see some different ways that I've used this 3-tiered stand. And then in the center, just below the adorable bunnies, is this garland. It was a pom-pom garland that I made, and I had X's and O's on it, but I just removed them since I have them attached with these little clothespins from the Dollar Tree. And then I attached the glitter chicks, and you get 12 in a pack. There is pink, blue, and yellow, which worked perfectly with my bunnies, although the blue is different, but it still looks really cute. And I just love how everything looks together. So I'm glad I was able to complete this. Again, it was very simple to make, very inexpensive, and I just love how it all came together. I really hope you enjoyed this project share. If you did, please like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. And as always, guys, you take care of yourselves, and I so hope to catch you in my next video. Bye-bye.